is Dabu7. Donald Trump has been known for making a lot of wild statements and tweets. Sometimes he makes statements that raise his eyebrows and they're a bit cryptic, and people try to do their best to decipher what's going on with the situation. And once again here, we have a situation just like that, where here in Ohio, at a manufacturing plant in Clyde, Ohio, he was just giving a speech, and he out of nowhere said that this is maybe the last time that you will see me for a while.
From the Oval Office tonight, President Trump with a wink and a tease.
Thank you very much. You'll find out.
Revealing no new details about the meaning of this cryptic comment during a reception with military leaders and their spouses Thursday night.
You guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
See? See how nice it is? Isn't that great? I know you got 9.
It's unclear whether the president was just toying around, deflecting from the political storm engulfing his administration, or previewing some new action. Tonight, multiple U.S. officials telling NBC News President Trump will likely announce next week he won't certify Iran is complying with the nuclear deal, a move that could lead to new sanctions. His press secretary, unprompted, also bringing up North Korea.
What's that?
We're continuing to put maximum economic and diplomatic pressure on countries like North Korea. We're going to continue to do that.
Announce the tally of the vote for the office of President of the United States. For Joseph R. Biden of Delaware, a Democrat, ayes 55, noes 0.
Those words that come out of the president's mouth have an impact all around the globe, and sometimes there are unintended consequences because of the words that are spoken.
Tonight, the former reality TV star turned president is leaving American allies and adversaries with a cliffhanger. Peter Alexander, NBC News.
Or not. Hey, Regina, give that thing a rest, will you?
In a minute, Mel.
Look, I don't pay you to do that kind of stuff around here. Regina, I want you to clean everything up so we can get out of here in time to watch the comic.
Everything's cleaned up. Damn!
I want you to take this flashlight and walk the house.
The first Earthlings to see the effects will be in Newfoundland, or Newfoundland. This is expected to begin at 2:04. That's Pacific Standard Time. An interesting sidebar to this story is the fact that all telecommunications seem to be out in that part of the world.
Doomsday Clock 2020. The Doomsday Clock sounds like a silly name for a device from a B-grade post-apocalyptic movie, but it's actually a real-life measure of how close the world is to its own destruction at any given time. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists, founded by Manhattan Project scientists who invented the nuclear bomb, with 13 Nobel laureates on its executive board, just moved its doomsday clock to 100 seconds before midnight in January 2020. And that was before COVID-19 had ravaged most of the world, and riots were happening in many US cities. Today on Sky Legacy TV, we are going to look at the doomsday clock and why we may be closer to the end than we might think.
It's about the 12th can you down this morning.
Thirsty.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do when your complexion freaks up? Dermatologist is dead, you know.
I know, and I'm getting a rash or something, too.
Oh, God, you and your rashes.
Hey, I'm sorry if the end of the world makes me a little nervous.
This is Dabu7, a story here to keep an eye on. All of a sudden, we're getting hit with these cyber attacks that are ramping up across the country. They were targeting hospitals, they were targeting schools and different infrastructure. Now, they are targeting the energy infrastructure in this country. They are directly going in and targeting the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC. They're also targeting Sandia, Los Alamos National Laboratories that are in New Mexico and Washington. And the DOE says that they still don't know if anything was actually accessed. They don't know all this stuff. But one thing that they do know is that it was conducted by Russian-backed hackers. How's that? How do you know? Show us the proof then. Show us how you know this. You know all of that damning evidence and show no proof of it. But yet you can't even tell us what was accessed or what all was hacked? And this is the most important sector of the country? Something's not right here, folks. I've warned you for the better part of a decade to have a plan for a lights-out situation. And with North Korean satellites going over our country daily, that an EMP commission said could be EMPs, they're at the perfect height, perfect size, perfect everything, and they're going the wrong way versus all the other satellites. Well, our military didn't shoot them down, and they left them there. The history books has got to blame someone, can't you see?
We're trying to read the tea leaves ahead of 9 p.m. on Monday when we'll find out who it actually is. Of course, Judge Kavanaugh has ties to the Bush family. President Trump had something to say about the Bushes last night. Listen to this.
We are finally putting America first. We're putting America first.
And by the way, you know, all the rhetoric you used to hear, the 1,000 points of light. What the hell was that, by the way? 1,000 points of light. What did that mean? Does anyone know? I know one thing. Make America great again, we understand. Putting America first, we understand. 1,000 points of light. I never quite got that one. I'm trying to say, what the hell is that? Has anyone ever figured that one out? And it was put out by a Republican, wasn't it?
In you, DMK.